Hey you guys, welcome to Dee Dee's and Quita's Chatterbox, and we have another tragic killing for you guys. It's basically about a teen sentenced for killing her best friend after a man online offered her $9 million for the videos of the murder. So it is said Denali Bremer was sentenced to 99 years in prison for the murder of Cynthia Hoffman, her best friend. Like, this happened in Alaska. So it is said that like in 2019 of June, Hoffman went missing while on a hike with Bremer and another friend in the Thunderbird Falls in Alaska. 2 days later, her body was found at the Banks River, and they found her bound with duct tape and with a gunshot wound to the back of her head. So it is said that Hoffman had been in a relationship online with a man she believed to be the name of Tyler, who claimed to be a millionaire from Kansas, who offered her $9 million to kill someone and send them pictures and videos of the crime. Bremer and another friend, Caden McIntosh, who were 18 and 16 at the time, was accused of committing this heinous murder. McIntosh is accused of shooting Hoffman after the pair duct taped the victim and took pictures of her. She may have not pulled the trigger, but she had orchestrated everything, and that goes for that Denali Bremer. McIntosh, who is charged with murder, is still awaiting trial. Another man connected in the case, Caleb Leyland, he pleaded guilty to second-degree murder in November. And they also had two other teens who were prosecuted in juvenile court for their alleged involvement in the case. So, allegedly, it was 7 people that was charged with this young lady's murder.
Including juveniles, forever altering everybody's life.
A centuries-long prison sentence is what's ahead for convicted killer Denali Bremer, who, when she was just a teen, orchestrated a murder-for-hire plot, all at the behest of an online catfisher. Her crimes ranging from federal child pornography charges to the murder of a mentally challenged teen who considered Bremer to be her best friend. Instead, it was Bremer who acted as the ringleader in the girl's takedown.
This is degenerate human behavior on all sides. This is just disgusting when you see this, but I think she was already on the road to doing this, and then she just basically somebody gave her an excuse.
She may not have pulled the trigger, but this never would have happened if it weren't for Denali Bremer.
The story gained national coverage back in 2019 when the body of 19-year-old Cynthia C.C. Hoffman was found along the banks of the Eklutna River just outside of Anchorage, Alaska. She'd been shot in the back of the head and was bound with duct tape. Retired FBI agent Colin Schmidt says a crime like this is almost unheard of in Alaska.
There's just not a lot of violent crime in Alaska.
Before Hoffman's body was recovered, her father contacted the authorities, saying it was unlike his daughter to stay out of contact for so long. He says he even received a message from his daughter's friend, then 18-year-old Bremer, who said she was worried about Hoffman. But investigators quickly determined it was Bremer behind the gruesome murder, and the details turned out to be nearly as shocking as the crime itself. It all started when Bremer began chatting online with a guy named Tyler who lived in Kansas. As it turned out, Tyler was actually Darren Schillmiller, who lived in Indiana. But before she learned all that, Bremer believed Tyler was a millionaire. I mean, that alone to me is a pretty heavy-hitting swing, saying that he's a millionaire. Why would she believe that?
Well, I think there's some mental health issues here with the person that got catfished. Obviously, she's online for a reason. She's trying to find friends or trying to find some human interaction. And she was basically looking for somebody to pay attention to her. And then obviously this thing went off the rails and ended up with a victim.
The man Bremer believed was Tyler then offered her a whopping $9 million to commit murder. I'm wondering what would cause her to take the bait at all for this murder for hire plot. The promise of $9 million, was that enough? Or could she have wanted to murder and have these murderous tendencies ahead of time?
Sherman Miller also pleaded guilty soliciting a murder and was sentenced to 99 years in prison. So Bremmers was also sentenced to 99 years in prison because the judge called this murder cold calculated and it was carried out to the T. Huffman's mom, she spoke and she was saying that all her daughter wanted was friends. Now they had to bury her because that's all she wanted was friends, and her friends was not her friends. So this all took place in Alaska, and you guys, that's why you have to be very, very careful who you call your friend. I do feel so sorry that this happened to her. You guys, tell us what you think about this story in the comments.
No such thing as a life that's better than yours. No such thing as a life that's better than yours. Love yours.